Wow, right? Welcome to Heaven on Earth. Yes! And welcome to our global Surrender to Love ceremony. Just feel that for a moment in your heart. We have been waiting our entire soul's journey for this moment tonight. Yes? Yes. Oof. And for all of the beautiful beings out there on live stream, globally representing us all over the world, thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to finally surrender, to love. And thank you for being a representative of human consciousness that is actually making a different choice. Can you feel that? So each of us are a representative of the collective consciousness, yes? Each of you, all over the world, are a representative of human consciousness. So as each of you choose to fully surrender to love, guess what happens? The whole world receives it. Right? And together we actually get to make a new choice. So instead of a choice to separate from God, we get the choice to go, actually, let's undo that. I think undoing it could actually be a fantastic idea. How about you guys? Woo! How about you guys on live stream? Yes? Yes! Woo! Okay, so let's have you guys, let's repeat our intentions before we begin, just to get everybody in alignment with what we're actually doing here tonight. Because what we're actually doing here tonight is much bigger than any of us can imagine. Much more important, much more valuable than anything we can even quantify. We're actually transforming human consciousness. Like, why does the world wake up different? Because of you. How many people in the world would love to surrender to love? Like, their soul, their heart is going, please, like, somebody teach me how to do this. Like, I don't know how. I'm in control. I'm in my mind. I'm holding on. I'm scared, right? And their whole soul, their whole heart just wants to go, Mama. So you, each of you, right now, are at the point in your journey where you're actually the ones that can say yes. Feel that. Can you feel that? Praise you. Oh my God, I'm in awe of you. Praise the God in you. Like, thank you for every moment on planet Earth, for every second, for every hardship, for every bit of suffering, for every bit of everything that brought you into this much alignment, where you showed up for an event called Surrendering to Love. Right? This is an exciting moment. Because deep inside your heart, deep inside your soul, you know that a different world is possible. Can you feel that? You know that there's a different possibility where love can reign, where everything is community and connection and sharing and love and joy and magic and play. Do you remember? Yes. So in order for us to actually be our true selves, awaken heaven on earth, we've got to surrender all of the human stuff, right? All the fear, all the anger, all the grief, all that stuff. So we've got to surrender all that so that we can be the space to surrender into something greater. You catching my drift? Take a deep breath and just breathe that in. There is so much love for you. Wow. Can you guys feel it in this room? Like there are hundreds of thousands of angels that are in this room with us going, oh, yes, we love you so much. We're here for you. There's like a whole nother energetic world that's right here. Yes, yes. You can have it. You can be it. You can let go. Yes, yes. Can you guys feel that? Woo, it's palpable, isn't it? It's palpable. So how do we bring you guys into a depth of surrender where there is nothing else? Because have you noticed that if you surrender like 99%, but you still have the 1%? Yes. 99% ascension! Wait, what is this? Come on, where's the joy and the magic and the right? It's like your feet are stuck in the mud or something. So, in the expression of this from upstairs through me, I can feel that what is it going to take for each of you to surrender a depth of surrender that's not 99%, but total surrender. Yes? So in my life, on May 19th, 2015, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And the doctor was like, you have, and I was like, you can stop there. Before you even tell me what I have and how long I have to live, because that's what he was about to do. You have about, I'm not listening to your reality around the way that my life goes. So it brought me into this really, really, really deep process that I want to share with you guys. Because there's nothing like facing the end of life that gets you to a level of surrender that how else are you gonna get there, right? So if I can energetically transmit this, then tonight can make a massive difference in the world. Do you feel me? So when I was first diagnosed, I was like, oh good, I'm really spiritual. I can do this. I can I can do all my stuff, and I can bring in the light, and I can make it disappear, and okay, all right, I'm really I've been punched in the face by God and in the gut by God, I was like, God feels like he wants to kill me, but I'm going to muster up all of my spiritualness, and I'm going to do something about these tumors. And so I went into this deep, what I thought was like this meditation with God. And I meditated, and I did all of these ceremonies and all of this stuff to get rid of the cancer, to get rid of the tumors. And I worked, and I worked, and I worked, and I probably stayed up until 4 o'clock in the morning because, truthfully, I was freaking out. I was in a level of spiritual control that I'd never experienced before. And during these deep meditations with what I thought was God and the angels, okay, let's change it, let's fix it, let's change it, let's heal it. Come on, God, like I'm a miracle. Like I know you're a miracle. I know you could do this in just a second. Like I give myself to you. Come on, come on, come on. But where was I coming from? Yes. I was actually coming from fear. I was coming from control. So all of a sudden, as time went on, 2 weeks, 3 weeks went on, and nothing was working and the tumors were getting bigger because I could feel them getting bigger and I was watching them getting bigger. So here I am going, shrink, disappear, and it goes. This spiritual paradigm is really messed up. I should be able to control my destiny. I should be the one that gets to choose whether I live or die. And then all of a sudden, something really special dawned on me. And it was like, wait a second, God. If you're actually going to take me somewhere else, then what if you know more about what's best for me than I do? And I realized that from that fear, I was literally just meditating with the mind. I was meditating with control. I was like dancing with the devil. Right? I was trying to control the tumors out of existence, trying to force the tumors out of existence, trying to heal, fix, change, getting bigger, layers and layers of discouragement, layers and layers of like, okay, but I'm spiritual and I'm strong and like I can do this and come on, and like, have I surrendered at that moment? No. Not until I went, I'm helpless. I actually have no power over whether I live or die. Holy sh! And in that moment, I was like, well, the way I was doing it wasn't working, so like, okay. God, have your way with me. I give you my body. I give you my mind, I give you my heart, I give you my spirit, I give you my life. I know that you are serving the highest good. I know that this cancer is serving the highest good. I know that this journey is serving the highest good. I know that the suffering is serving the highest good. Like, have your way with me. And I cried in total helplessness for 3 days, feeling like I was being burned alive, like feeling like the energy of life was cooking me from the inside out. That kind of helplessness. That kind of, oh my God, I can't do anything. So right now, that doesn't really sound like fun, does it? Except, is control fun? Is not trusting life fun? Is not trusting love to make love to you in every moment, is that fun? Is struggling because we are strong enough to struggle fun? So as I began looking at all of the things that were actually happening, I saw that surrender was actually the only way out. And the weirdest thing happened. I surrendered and everything changed. Everything changed. Everything changed. Everything started clearing up. Everything started moving. And I was like, oh my God. I worked so hard. I worked so hard to fix this, change this, heal this, and fix this, change this, heal this. And to only get all of my pain and suffering, all of my hard work, all of the things that I worked so hard in God and my life, and all the things that I chose, and all that spiritual superiority I was doing, and all the trying to control. And it was like, okay, God, will you take it? Right? This is too hard. It's too difficult to be something called myself from a place of representing human consciousness, which is first fear, second control. So how many of you guys are ready and willing to stand up for that tonight? Yes? Yes. How many of you guys on the live stream are ready and willing to stand up for that tonight? Yes? Yes. To finally let go of the fear that is actually creating the overcompensation of control. Do you see? So it's our initial separation from God. If we actually surrender to feeling that totally, then guess what? We don't feel separate. And I can feel this calling deep, 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 deep in your heart that please, will you listen to her? Will you say yes? Will you set me free? Oh my God, will you let me be with love? Oh my God, I don't want to hold on anymore. I want to be held. How many of you guys don't want to hold on anymore? You actually want to be held. Yes. You want to be held by love. You want to be held by God. You want to be held by Spirit, right? You actually want to be held instead of holding on. And I realized after going through that helplessness and surrendering that I'd never actually really received anything in my life. I was in control receiving. And you can't actually control and receive at the same time, actually. It doesn't work very well. So I was in this kind of version of receiving where it was like, oh, okay, well, I'm aware of this, and I know what that is, so then I'll open up to receive that. But if it's unknown, I can only go so far. And if it's just love for no reason, well, right, I had things. And I didn't know what it was like to actually count on God. How many of you guys are feeling in this moment that you might not know what it's like to actually count on God? Like to go, Spirit, where am I going today? And have Spirit lead you. To be like, all right, God, just have your way with me and let God fill you with love. So I began using this as a practice, and I began asking God things like, I'm too tired, can you do this for me? I'm laying here in bed as going through the drugs and all the stuff that, modifying my immune system and fevers and throwing up and all this stuff. And I'm like, God, I'm too tired. Can you fill my body with light? And guess what? It happened. Yeah, can you feel that it's a shift from force and effort in order to have God to, oh, thank God. Right? Whew. So you guys ready to actually count on God? For everything? Like no more energetic heavy lifting for you? No more working your little butt off in order to receive what you've already defined as receivable? In order to receive what you've already defined you might deserve, sort of, not really? Can you feel that, though? Oh, my God. Take a deep breath and just breathe that in. weren't born here, were you? Would you be willing to feel and remember the deep level of surrender in the space where creation gave birth to you? Yes? Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Now feel into that space of creation, of who you were before you actually even came onto this plane. Are you actually in the heart of God? Yes? Take a deep breath and just breathe that in. And let me ask you, are you completely safe here in the heart of God? Okay, so feel your level and capacity for surrender in this space. Is surrender more like the frequency of joy? It is, isn't it? Can you feel that? It's like, like, yes, we get to do this. Go God. Like you are literally a vehicle of God, making love to God, enjoying the God, playing with the God. Can you feel that? So in this moment, would you just be willing to say aloud, I am safe to surrender. It is safe to surrender. I am completely safe and loved. Therefore, I give myself permission to surrender infinitely. Yes, feel that. There we go. Let that come through. Live streamers, let that come through. And go ahead and repeat, on behalf of human consciousness, I choose to surrender fully to love. Knowing that I am safe, I am loved, I am supported, I am. Deep breath, breathing that in. There you go. Ooh, I feel that. We just changed the world. So now the fun begins, right? Because now we get to get rid of all the crap. Right? Like now that you found that space and that place in your heart where you're like, oh my God, I get it. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, I'm going to goat your minds just a little bit more so that the ego and the mind and the human self is like, oh yeah. And we can give the ego even all the credit. Who cares, right? If you surrender your life to love, just bring your awareness up and let's ask the angels upstairs to show you what that life feels like. Giving your heart fully to love, your life fully to love, your business fully to love. There you go. You getting the frequency. Has everything in your life expanded? Has everything in your life gotten better? Okay, so let's just go ahead and tell the human self, sweetheart, you've been doing a really good job not surrendering. Trying to control everything. Every thought, everybody else's thoughts. The entire world you've been trying to control. But guess what? When we surrender, everything expands. So you're actually going to get what you want by not wanting anything. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Okay, so do we have your human selves completely on board? Okay. Do we have your divine selves? They've always been on board. Okay, so now we're gonna begin a process. And it's gonna be the complete unraveling, like the unloading of all of the human stuff that you are now standing for surrendering on behalf of the world. You guys up for that? Yes. And for all of humanity. So we now invoke Archangel Michael. We now invoke Archangel Metatron. We now invoke Mother Mary. We now invoke Jesus Christ. We now invoke Buddha. We now invoke, anyone? Shiva. Woo, yes, yeah? Archangel Raphael, yes. Kuan Yin, we now invoke Kuan Yin. Woo. What's that? Torah. We now invoke Tara, yes, Tara. We now invoke Saint Germain. Woo! Yeah. Epona, we now invoke Epona. Take it, yeah, there we go. We now invoke Yogananda. Woo! We now invoke Jophiel, and Archangel Jophiel, yes? What's that? Durga. We now invoke Durga. Woo! We now invoke Archangel Gabriel. Woo! Stacking the deck, you guys, stacking the deck. We now invoke Archangel Chamuel. We now invoke Sebastian. Woo! Yes. We now invoke our loving Father Joseph. Aww. We now invoke Archangel Raguel. We now invoke Mary Magdalene. We now invoke Maitreya. Yes. We now invoke Uriel. Ooh. We now invoke Merlin. I heard that, yeah? No, we now invoke Marvati. Marvati, awesome. Ooh, happening. We now invoke Ganesha. Hey, we now invoke Kali. Come on in, baby. Destroy that illusion, right? Woo! Yes. We now invoke Gaia. We now invoke Lakshmi. Oh. What's that? We now invoke Lady Nada. Pachimama. Francis of Assisi. Ooh, okay. All right, and everyone else that would like to play, that are light beings that are here to facilitate the highest state of consciousness and love and presence and light for all of humanity, we ask that God itself show up in this room to facilitate miracles and light and love and magic in ways that we can't even imagine. We are standing for love, for human consciousness in a way that we don't even know actually how to do this, so you need to be the how. You need to show us the bridge. You need to help us, help our vibration actually accept something that we don't even know exists, that we don't even know how to accept. We don't even know how to receive. How do we surrender to what we've never surrendered to? So please help us. We are willing. We are vessels of God. We are reflections of the divine itself. And we would like to feel and know and see ourselves clearly, yes? Yes. We would like to live in our highest good, yes? Yes. No more of this other stuff. Let's take a deep breath and breathe that in. Good. Whew. All right. Deck is stacked. I can barely see. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to ditch all the stuff that you guys are ready to surrender, right? So surrendering all the fear, surrendering all of the anger, surrendering all of the places where you're in control, surrendering where, wow, I really want people to like me before I like me. Let's surrender that, right? Whatever that is for you, okay?
Needing to know what the next step is.
On behalf of human consciousness, go ahead and repeat. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender, needing to know what the next step is. Take a deep breath. Release that. Good. Who's next? Yeah.
Self-doubt.
Releasing self-doubt on behalf of human consciousness. I release self-doubt. That stuff is silly anyway, right? Take a deep breath, breathe that in. Clearing breath, just releasing. Who's next?
I release shame of not getting it right.
On behalf of human consciousness, I release the shame of never getting it right because we suck at being limited. Take a deep breath, release it.
I surrender the ties that bind me and the fear of trusting that I am safe.
Woo! Yeah, take a deep breath, breathe that in, everyone. Ooh, that was a good one, wasn't it? So you guys realize that every single person who's standing is standing for you too. Okay, so as they're surrendering, would you be willing to surrender it also? Yes? Good, yeah.
On behalf of human consciousness,
Yes.
I surrender the fear of being seen and letting others see my light, especially my dad.
Woohoo! Beautiful. Take a deep breath, everyone. Breathe that in. Surrendering the fear of being seen. Oh, beautiful. Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the need to fit into the world of illusion.
Yes. Woo! Yes. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the need to fit into the illusion. Oh, baby, that's a big one. Take a deep breath, breathe that in. Ooh, yes.
Yes. On behalf of human consciousness, I release the need to be the victim as well as the victimizer.
Yes! Yes! How many of you guys are ready to stand for that? On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the need to be the victim, and I surrender the need to be the victimizer. Take a deep breath, breathing that in, releasing that out. Oh, that is not my consciousness. Woo! Really weird for a long time, didn't it? It's like always like, what? Why do I have to do this weird thing? Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the fear of never getting what I want.
Oh, on behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the fear of never getting what I want. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the need to want. Woo! Woo! That just needs a deep breath, you guys. Maybe a face stretch. Good. Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the fear of being true to who I really am.
Oh, on behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the fear of being who I truly am. Deep breath, breathing that in. Letting that go, surrendering that to love. Beautiful. And it's interesting because we don't even really have to let go of it because we're part of everything. It's almost like, here, God, I can't control this. I don't even know what to do with it. I don't need to be involved in it anymore. Can you just take it? Can you just be like you would be with it? And then I'll meet you there and be in the same space? Yes. Melissa? Live streamers! Woohoo! What are you guys surrendering right now?
We have about 2 pages
Good.
from the live streamers.
Woo!
They're very active out there, so thank you, everyone. Now, most of them didn't have their names there, so.
No problem.
All right. First one is fear of love.
Oh, on behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the fear of love. The fear of being loved. The fear of expressing love. Take a deep breath. Good. Yes.
Having others like and approve of me before I do.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the need to have people like me. I don't care. I love me. I am love. I am pre-loved already. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Yes.
Did we cover fear already?
Yes.
Okay. Did we cover anger?
Oh, yes. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender all of my anger. Love, have your way with me. Take a deep breath. Beautiful.
What about unworthiness?
That's one of those that we've been carrying around for a long time, right? And it's kind of like it's like as if you walked up to God and went, "Are you seeing something? Because do you see this? I know I really shouldn't be here having this conversation with you. I shouldn't really let you just love me because I've got this backpack full of stuff. And I'm sure if I showed what was inside of my backpack, you definitely would not love me. Because guess what? I've been on a planet of separation. I have done stuff from separation. That's my sentiment exactly. But check this out. This was human consciousness's only way out. We had to become human and then unravel all these parts of consciousness so that we could be divine in human bodies and return humans to divine, because we're like, this isn't working. So everything that you did on behalf of separation was actually a gift to humanity. Everything. Everything. Not 99%. Everything. Everything. Everything, everything. Including getting to this moment and letting it all go. So what if it was time to forgive yourself for the unforgivable? There's nothing to forgive. That's what God's saying right now. Sweetheart, good job. You're amazing. There's nothing to forgive, sweetheart. There's nothing to forgive. So will you now surrender what you have considered unforgivable in you? Unforgivable in your past lifetimes? Unforgivable, sworn you would never forgive. Will you now surrender all of that? On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender everything I swore to never forgive, that I decided was unforgivable. Love, have your way with me. All the way through. Woo, all the way through. Yes, all the way through. Have all of me. All of the dirtiness. All of the yuckiness. All of the unworthiness. All of the unforgivable. All of it, all of it, all of it. Have it all. I surrender it all. Have it all. Take a deep breath and just breathe some life back into those places inside of you. Woo. Woo. More light, more light, more light in the dark, more light in the dark, right? Woo! Let's shine that light in the dark and find out that it was never dark. It just needed you as a being to go, oh, light switch. Oh, hi. Well, that was wonderful. Apparently, it's all God in disguise. So it's interesting because we're surrendering like versions and perceptions of God to the wholeness of God. Do you think God's a little happy about that? God's like, oh, my baby's coming home. I always have been with you, but you've been missing out on being with me. So, oh, baby's coming home, yes. Yes.
In behalf of human consciousness, I surrender regret.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender all regrets. Take a deep breath. Let it go, sweetheart. There's only one person holding you in contempt, and that's you. So when you finally let God in to see these parts of you and let God have its way with you, God goes, what? There was never any judgment. What? All you are is love. All I am is love. Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, baby, I let go, release self-judgment, and impaled self-judgment that I perceive from others, and take it on as my own.
Yeah. Whoa, that's powerful. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender all self-judgment. Take a deep breath, breathing that in. I love it. We got self-judgment, not being received, love addictions, compulsive, unforgivable. Woo, we got all this stuff cooking in love. Yes, yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the fear of being sick, weak, or injured.
Yes. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the fear of being sick, weak, or injured. Take a deep breath. Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender lack and scarcity.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender all lack and scarcity. It was never real. Take a deep breath. Release all that. Yes. Yes.
I surrender the need to be perfect, to have the perfect life, the perfect partner, the perfect career, the perfect family, and all the stuff that goes with it.
Beautiful. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the need to be perfect. I already am divine perfection.
I already am divine perfection.
How could you perfect something that's already perfect? When you try to perfect something that's already perfect, it feels pretty messy. Beautiful. Who's next? Yeah.
On behalf of human consciousness,
On behalf of human consciousness,
I surrender
I surrender
my fear of being attacked
my fear of being attacked.
if I step into my power and live my true purpose.
Ooh, if I step into my power and live my true purpose. Oh, take a deep breath, everyone. Oh, surrendering all that. Oh, I want to like spines on it or something, right? Oh. Beautiful. Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the need to sacrifice myself for others.
Ooh. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the need to sacrifice myself for other people or for anything. Take a deep breath. All right. On again, off again. It's off somehow.
On behalf of human consciousness,
Yes.
I surrender being responsible for everyone's happiness and well-being.
Oh, thank God, right? Yes! 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 On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender my responsibility for everybody's health and well-being. Take a deep breath. Woo! Oh, man. There's a lot of work going on in here. Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the belief that limitation will keep me safe.
Oh. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender the belief that limitation or separation will keep me safe. That is not what's happening. Take a deep breath. Ah, good one. Oh, yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender all letdown and all disappointment, including that this may not work.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender all letdown and disappointment, including that I don't work.
Hello.
Oh, hold on. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Now, let's look at it this way. In an illusion that's not real, might you have a hard time working? Right? So you jump into something that's not real, an illusion, and you're like, God, all this God power, it gets all malfunctioned in here. Like, how do I? So then it creates this belief that we don't work, when really, in God, when we give all our energy and power to God, we are what works. God is what works, right? Okay. Woo! All right, so we actually do want to shift gears into bringing in what are you surrendering yourself to, right? The infinite possibilities, the magic, the divine space, right? Okay, so now let's just bring our awareness into the angels and God itself, and let's just ask that whatever else you're ready to surrender, let's just kind of have your own personal moment with yourself. Just give yourself a moment, and in your own space, in your own heart, go ahead and say whatever surrender statement you would like to have. And so it is. Okay, that just worked. Can you feel that? Whoa, that was powerful. And during this next part of our ceremony, we're actually going to be surrendering ourselves into, right? Because surrender is not just a one-way thing. Oh, I surrender this. Or a weakness, like, oh, I couldn't do it on my own, I had to surrender. It's like, oh no, the power is surrendering into who you are. That's actually where it is. And that receiving, that giving yourself to the real you, transforms all this other stuff like lickety-split. So in this moment, I have an incredible honor beyond honor, and that is introducing two of my friends that are, I like to call them my angel brothers. And they came into my life as a wish. When I was facing the cancer, I was like, I haven't done it. I haven't put all this into music. So in the deepest places of my heart, I was like, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have so much love. Ah! And Isaac and Torald came into my life, and they happened to be incredible, infinitely talented. They've opened for Coldplay, Pink, all kinds of huge bands. They're brothers. They're Australian brothers. So they were in a band called The Kin, and now they have a band called The Braves, which has a video that, I don't know, has a few million hits on YouTube. And, you know, without further ado, my angel brothers, Isaac and Torald. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Hello, everyone. I'm feeling different. Thank you, Rikka.
Rikka, you're amazing.
Yeah.
How amazing is Rikka Zimmerman? I mean, just...
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender my heart to the heart of God. Fully and totally with no exceptions. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Oh my God, I am in heaven. Can you feel the angelic kingdom coming through the sound of the guitar, Isaac's voice, Torald's voice? Wow. Isaac, what would you like to surrender into?
I would like to surrender into unconditional love.
Yes, how many of you guys? On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender fully to unconditional love. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. And that our love doesn't get to be ours anymore. It's too big. It's too much. It's actually God's love, isn't it? Just that we get to be stewards of that love is the journey. Just that we get to be witnessers of that love is the journey, right? Just that we get to be the ones that are vessels standing up here going, yeah, God, that's the love, isn't it? So what if with that you can't hold back your love? You can't hold back your love because it's not your love to hold back. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. On behalf of human consciousness, I now know that my love is not my love. My love is God's love. So I take away my right to hold that back in any way. Hallelujah. Take a deep breath, breathe that in. right. Let's hear from you guys. What are you surrendering into? What are you surrendering yourself to?
I'm willing to surrender to passion.
On behalf of human consciousness,
On behalf of human consciousness,
I surrender to passion.
I surrender to passion.
The passion of God.
Passion of God.
Oh, good one. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. I love that. God, that energy. So you want to just make love to everybody at the same time, like energetically, like God, have your way with us, like you are the beloved. Yes. So again, what if your passion wasn't your passion, it was God's passion, and you had no right to hold it back? I take away my right to hold me back. It is God's passion I feel. God's passion I am. And you think it's going to burn a hole in your heart? It's because it's going to light it with so much light and so much fire and so much beauty and so much grace and so much of you that no day is going to look the same. No day is going to feel the same. The sun rises and it will rise in your heart and you will feel it and you will know that you have never been separate. Would you guys be willing to accept that? Take a deep breath and breathe that in. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender to the true power of God, which is the power of love. Love, have your way with me, so that I can not make one choice that is a step out of love. Let me know you so deeply I know no other. Oh, that's good. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Hallelujah, to know no other. Hi, nice to meet you, God. I'm God, too. And God is all around us, inside of us. I love you. Why? Because I am love, and so are you. Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to fun.
Woo! Yes. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to fun. Yes! Fun, have your way with me. Take a deep breath. Breathe that in. Oh, thank God, right. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Oh, I love it, I love it. Yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to acceptance.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to the acceptance of the glory of God I am, to the acceptance of the unconditional love I am, the acceptance of the heart of God I have, the acceptance of the magic I am, the acceptance of the miracle that I am. Damn, it's a hard day. Acceptance is tough. Take a deep breath and breathe all that in. Yes, yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to my wildest dreams.
Ah.
Here we go.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to my wildest dreams. Yeah. Woo!
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to creativity.
Ah. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to infinite creativity. Take a deep breath, breathing that in. Ooh, let it come through you. You let it come through you, right? Like, wah! Do you see I just made a weird sound on stage? But isn't that weird that that weird sound is actually energetically doing something? Now, did I just suck or am I awesome? I'm not sure. That's infinite creativity. You can suck and be awesome at the same time.
Yes.
We all want to suck and be awesome at the same time, all right? Yes, yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender to play and pleasure.
On behalf of human consciousness,
On behalf of human consciousness,
I surrender to play and pleasure.
surrender to play and pleasure.
Pleasure, have your way with me. Play, have your way with me. Tell me about it, Torald. Tell me about it, Isaac. Woo! Woo!
Pleasure. Oh, come on, have your way with me. Right now.
Woo!
Oh.
Oh. Woo! It's getting hot up here.
It's getting hot.
So, would you be willing to surrender all of your chakras to the pleasure that wants to have its way with you? Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Yeah, God. I don't need to control my root chakra anymore. Have your way with me. Right? It's like the most pleasurable place, and everyone's like, let's let our root chakras out to play, right? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Open up those root chakras. Let them live in the pleasure of God. Just take a deep breath and just feel your root chakra expanding. Oh, love, have your way with me. Yeah. Oh. From my head to my toe. From my knees to my bones. Woo! Love, have your way with me. Yeah. Make your toes curl. Woo! With delight. Woo! When you're only walking down the street on a Saturday night, let love have his way with you. just like it wants to. Ah, Lord, have your way with me.
Way to seduce God.
You know, when we seduce God, every step we take towards seduction, it takes like 10 steps towards us. It's like, oh. I didn't know you were that ready, God. God's like, I was born ready. Oh, okay, all right. So what else would you guys like to surrender yourselves into?
In behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to grace, flow, and ease.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to grace, flow, and ease. Love, have your way with me. Woo!
Okay. On behalf of human
consciousness,
I surrender myself to silliness.
Ah, yes.
Not taking things serious, so seriously.
Yes. On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to silliness. Silliness, have your way with me. Woo! Woo! I love it. Yes, yes.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to being a channel of light, love, power, beauty, and grace from the heavens onto this planet.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to love, light, beauty, and grace. Yes. Oh, take a deep breath and breathe that in. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Everybody's like, whoa, that just happened there. There's a lot of power in our surrender, you guys. We're actually impacting everyone you've ever been in contact with and everybody you haven't. So it's a lot of people.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender to prosperity and abundance.
On behalf of human consciousness, I surrender myself to the reality of abundance and prosperity for all. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Okay, so now let's give you guys a moment to do your own personal surrender, just so that we can hear everybody's voices, that the universe can hear you, your voice saying what it is that you're surrendering yourself into. Maybe, Pamela, we could get some bowls in the key of C. Just let yourself surrender to the one, to the light you are. let yourself surrender. So feel that energy that's coming down from heaven for you, for this moment of complete surrender into God. Finally, letting love have its way with you. Finally feeling how loved you are. Finally feeling how good everything is. Finally feeling just how precious and sacred you are. Finally feeling how every moment of your journey has created this masterpiece of you that gets to love as much as you do, that gets to stand with God, as God, for God, fully surrendered, fully being you. Yes? You guys ready? Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Feel that energy from above, and may this song be a doorway for you to walk through into the deepest surrender, into the full surrender, into all of the infinite goodness and all of the infinite light that you are. You ready, Mr. T? You guys ready? Come on, get happy. A new day is happening. Come on, it's calling us. Will you jump right in? Yes? Come on, let's celebrate. A magical day waits. Come on, I wonder how much love we can make. Take me like a tidal wave. Take me like a tidal wave. Take me over. I am willing, I surrender. Take me like a tidal wave. Take me like a tidal wave. Pull me under. I am willing, I surrender. Open the floodgates. Let love come crashing in. Let the current take us back where we begin. Come on, get stranded. Love being lost at sea. Washed up on the shores of destiny. Take me like a tidal wave. Take me like a tidal wave. Don't take me over. I am willing, I surrender. Take me like a tidal wave. Take me like a tidal wave. Don't pull me under. I am willing, I surrender. You can sing with me. Take me like a tidal wave. Take me like a tidal wave. Love, take me over. I am willing, I surrender. Take me like a tidal wave. Take me like a tidal wave. Love, take me over. I am willing, I surrender. Take me like a tidal wave. is your breath is my breath. With the one breath we breathe as one. Do you guys want to dance? My heart is your heart is my heart. With the one heart we breathe as one. Oh, 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 oh. Together we beat as one. Oh, 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 oh. Together we beat as one. Sing the melody that's echoing me. Can you hear it calling you home from a long lost dream? Feel the angels dancing next to you, beaming their love out to you. Will you let it in? Let the symphony of infinity play you like an instrument of never-ending love. Open up your heart and let love have every part so we can start to feel nothing but love. You and I come together. My breath is your breath is my breath. With the one breath we breathe as one. My heart is your heart is my heart. With the one heart we beat as one. Oh, 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 oh. Together we beat as one. Oh, 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 oh. Together we beat as one. Let the music move you through your body, feeling like the fire of life deep inside your soul. Let the music move you through your body, feeling like the fire of life deep inside your soul. Let the music move you through your body, feeling like the fire of life deep inside your soul. Let the music move you through your body, feeling like the fire of life deep inside your soul. My breath is your breath is my breath. With the one breath we breathe as one. My heart is your heart is my heart. With the one heart we breathe as one. Oh, 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 oh. Together we beat as one. Come on, sing it, yeah. Let's go. Oh, 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 oh. Together we beat as one. What? Oh, 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 oh. Together we beat as one. Tell me. Oh, 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 oh. Together we beat as one.
Give it up for Rikka Zimmerman. Come on. Beautiful.
Okay, so everybody, just take a deep breath. Would you be willing to fully realize in this moment that you are the creator? So everything that you asked to surrender to love and everything that you surrendered yourself into, it's done. You're the creator. So take a deep breath and just go ahead and say aloud, it's done. Thank God it's done. Hallelujah, it's done. Now I just get to enjoy my life. Enjoy the magic that I am. Enjoy the love that I am. Enjoy the light that I am. Let's take a deep breath and breathe that in. Your whole world has just been waiting for you. Waiting for you to finally see you. Waiting for you to finally surrender to the real you. And now, do you see you? Will you see you? No matter what it takes. Yes? Take a deep breath and breathe that in. always been looking for you. Always been looking for you. It's always been in you. Your heart and God's heart beat as one. As one in love. There is no other. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. Hmm.